Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Just keep watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're going in Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steve and Larson, available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, notify bell right next to it.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Are you doing that right now?
Yeah.
Are you getting your daily Going In Raw notifications?
Yeah, it's just not enough for me to be here doing the show. I want to know when the show's up, too.
Did you vote in our community tab on
course
YouTube poll?
Did.
If you hit
Remind me what the topic was, because I voted on a lot of polls in our community tab. I forget.
Tonight's SmackDown 1000
That's
was yay, nay, somewhere in between, or didn't watch.
Didn't watch win again?
No.
Oh.
Surprisingly, in a huge, stunning upset, yay came in with 45% of the vote.
That's a pretty substantial plurality.
Followed by somewhere in between.
All right. What percentage?
25%.
All right. Wow, that's pretty good. That's,
coming in third place, didn't watch.
That's more than 70% that
I know.
At least didn't dislike it.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't watch was 24%, and nay was only 6%.
Wow, a pretty positive reaction for SmackDown 1000.
A lot of happy people out there compared to the WWE Raw poll.
Well, I mean, for the Raw one, it seemed like most people didn't even bother watching it.
47%. Nearly half. So they didn't watch it. So obviously that means ratings are going to be, but also 1,000 less people voted for the SmackDown one.
Gotcha.
So smaller sample size, which is probably important. So anyways, yeah, that's on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notify bell, so you're always getting so you can vote in those polls as well. Mm-hmm. We're also available wherever fine podcasts can be found.
Yeah.
It's always very helpful for us here at Going In Raw, free and easy to just subscribe to Going In Raw using whatever podcast app you have, and then leave us either a rating or a review or a comment wherever you listen to Going In Raw. It really does help boost the profile of the show. Another great way to support Going In Raw is on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Got a bunch of new patrons just from yesterday. I'm going to read their names: Dragon Rana, Steven Sikari, and Jamie Kilburn, and the heel that makes good points, Andy Nero. Andy Nero,
thank you,
I
everybody.
knew you'd come. Anyways.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. We've got a wealth of reward tiers. It's really cool over there on the patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We're going to be adding some more stuff there, too, as well. So, yeah. Also, one of the things you get on the Patreon, I want to address this really quick. Ad-free. You get the show ad-free at $1 a month. We've been having some issues, as many of you know. Obviously, we're not live streaming this right now like we usually do. We've been having some issues with our internet service. We're working really hard to get that figured out. And so, as a result of that, the ad-free aspect of things hasn't been as on point as
timely,
as we had wanted it to be this past week and a little bit last week. So we're gonna be offering up a little bonus episode of some WWE 2K19 footage.
We got some in the can here. Tonight I'll get it up.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Get it up and ready for thing tomorrow morning.
That sounds great. So yeah, check that out on the Patreon. And then ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. Order a shirt there, and any order that you place, whoever places an order, you get an autographed postcard that we autograph. Stop doing that. It's right here. It's some really crap artwork that I did of us.
Not crap artwork.
That you can get in the mail.
I'm gonna sign this one with this dry erase pen right now.
Oh, that's just gonna ruin it. It's not gonna work, man. That's like, okay, well, that worked better than I thought it would.
I mean, it's not going to stay on there.
Oh, no. I just dry erased it.
Oh, see, now it's good as new.
Now we can do it again.
Yeah, exactly. We can do this with every episode.
So,
people are gonna think.
Yeah, we'll send it out, and then they need to send it back, and we'll dry erase it and do it again.
Oh, it stuck there.
Interesting.
On the red, though. Interesting.
So, before we get to these super chats that aren't here,
I don't know why that is.
Let's talk about SmackDown in a nutshell, Larson.
It was a fun show.
It was a really fun show. We got the debut of...
I don't understand it.
I know, it's weird.
Why is it erased off the red but not off
the red ink, but not off the white ink?
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. It's weird.
Because it's the same finish, right?
No, evidently not. Look at that.
Is it like the density of... I don't know. I don't know
Can't
anything
figure it
about
out,
printing.
man.
I don't know anything about printing, man.
I don't know.
It's confusing. It's all confusing.
SmackDown 1000.
Yeah, it's fun.
They packed a lot in it. It felt like a celebration. It felt like a celebration.
I mean, they had Vince McMahon come out and dance.
That to me feels like a celebration.
I mean, what else could it be?
They brought back Truth TV too. That was pretty huge.
After it had been canceled.
Yeah, it had been canceled.
That seemed pretty definitive, but I guess not.
No. Well, nothing's definitive in the WWE.
Oh, I'm aware.
As Triple H says, you got to keep evolving to stay relevant.
For me, the highlight was Batista, his return. He seemed
tickled?
Kind of. Can you be both really excited to be someplace, but kind of bitter about it?
He definitely came off like he had some grievances to air.
Yeah.
It was Batista's Festivus.
Yeah.
Because it's a joyful time, but you also have feats of strength.
He wants to say, I got a lot of problems with you people.
And he wants to say, I got a lot of problems with you people.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Was his telling Triple H, he's never beat me, did he just go off script there?
No.
Come on.
I think the only bit he went off script was tell Ric Flair to keep his front area.
You see Randy Orton's response?
Oh, man. Randy was great. His whole promo just was to put himself over.
I know.
That was fantastic.
Batista over there spent more time in the makeup chair than in this ring.
I know.
Meanwhile, I've been doing everything over here.
That was great.
No, you're right. Obviously, it wasn't a shoot Batista saying what he said, saying he's done everything in this business, but he hasn't beat me. But it also wouldn't surprise me if it was because, A, what does he care? And B, he really seems to want to come back.
He wants to come back to have a program with Triple H.
Yes. He wants to come back and have some fun doing something that makes complete and total sense.
Yes.
And I don't know why they're not giving it to him.
I don't know
He's
either.
a massive, massive star.
I don't know either.
He's great.
Yeah.
They need to cast him in a Star Wars movie, man.
Yeah, man.
Like the lead of a Star Wars movie?
Heck yes.
Ooh, there you go, man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Is there another superhero he could play? Like if James Gunn takes over the DC universe, is there a DC character, like a prominent one that he can play?
He said, I don't know. He said he should play Lobo.
Oh, that'd be great.
How great would that be?
Great.
If he played Lobo? And he said, because he said on the Twitter when James Gunn was announced as writing Suicide Squad,
yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
He said, sign me up.
Yeah, man.
That dude gives no F's, and I love it.
Yep.
He seems like a joyful human being.
Yeah, man.
And he really seems to love doing the wrestling stuff, and he just wants to come back. But it's like, man, this place is run by carnies, man.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out here as a family. Did you see? Now, I didn't really want to get into this, and I didn't listen to it myself. But Ryan Satin tweeted it out. There is a segment that Shane McMahon, he was on, I think Stone Cold's podcast, and somebody brought up the idea that Vince had once pitched an incest angle with Shane and Stephanie. And Shane's response was apparently, well, she's pretty hot, so who wouldn't want to? and then he said, I totally would have vetoed that if it came to pass. I would have said no to that. Oh, man. What a weird family, man. What a weird family. Rich people are weird. Like, super rich people are really weird. And then add the weirdness already of Vince McMahon.
And the weirdness of the wrestling industry.
Oh, it's all so weird. I mean, I'm sure he was just clowning around and making a joke, but I don't know, man. That joke doesn't really land well. You know what I mean? To normal people, to the normals of the world. All the rest of us. Anyway.
All right, let's get on with it.
Yeah.
So the show opened with Truth TV, R-Truth, and Carmella. Pretty quickly, dance break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got right into the dance break. People were huge into the Truth TV thing, too.
Heck yeah, man.
They were super into it.
And after the first dance break, Carmella hands R-Truth a stack of cards He says, my first guest needs no introduction.
He said they need no, because she was like, Truth, can we just do another? Because the crowd said one more time, and he said, I've got a show to run, and he said our next guest needs no introduction. No introduction. Fine, let's do another dance break.
Yeah.
So they did another dance break.
Yeah.
Like immediately, it was great.
And then Stephanie came out.
Yeah.
To much heel heat.
Yeah.
She went on and on about how she was first general manager of SmackDown.
Boy, I can not hear her talk again for like a long time and be totally happy.
But then Shane interrupts her.
Yeah, I like Shane. He's good. I'm totally like with the crowd on both Shane and Stephanie. I'm like, I like Shane in the amounts that we're getting him now, once every 8 months.
Yeah,
I think that's perfect.
Yeah,
because he comes out, he's a good guy. People like him. He's got some cool shoes.
Oh, he always has cool shoes.
Yeah,
he's always rocking some cool Jordans.
Yeah, so he came out and I don't know. He
says that we're here because of the WWE Universe. Thank you for your support.
He said
so
SmackDown Live is the A show, Stephanie. And she said, well, I agree. It's a show.
It is a show.
That was pretty funny. And then
that's rude.
And then she put over Raw. Well, yeah, she's like the head of Raw, man.
You got to put over. You
Brand
got to put over all your programming.
Lashley. And then that brought out Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And then he had some words to say. And then they went to dance break.
It says, we're here to entertain. What does WWE, the E and WWE stands for entertainment. So what are we going to do here on SmackDown 1000 to entertain? He said, dance break.
Dance break.
So he started dancing.
Yeah. I wish he would. I think he was trying to do that thing that he did during that weird music video thing that they were doing back in the day.
Yeah, the pile driver stuff.
That Triple H made fun of after the fact, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a cute segment. I liked it. It was good.
It was all right.
It was okay.
It was all right.
I liked it.
That's fine.
I don't know. Why are you being defensive? It's weird.
I'm not being defensive. I said, yeah, it was all right.
Okay. Anyways, what happened next?
Tag match, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan taking on the Usos. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all right.
It was one of those matches I wish they hadn't interrupted with the commercial break. It's picture-in-picture. I would have liked to have seen more so what was going on.
Yeah,
considering the talents in the ring.
No, I know. They did this during the other match, too, during the Thebar match.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a huge commercial break, too.
Like the two most anticipated, probably, two of the three matches probably most excited about seeing. Had a gosh darn commercial break right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird.
This is cool, though. Usos haven't been seen in a little, well, besides Mixed Match Challenge. They really haven't been around.
I know
on SmackDown.
The focus of the tag division has been largely New Day, Thebar, and before Eric Rowan got hurt, Bludgeon Brothers. So, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of them. They're really pushing the idea of AJ and Daniel Bryan being opponents at Crown Jewel. They are not historically a tag team. I don't know if they've ever tagged together. If they did in Ring of Honor at all, I have no idea.
No.
That would have been like a decade ago anyways. And whether they would be a cohesive unit, much less a cohesive unit on par with a team as experienced and decorated as the Usos.
Mm-hmm.
Final answer, not really. At one point, Daniel Bryan is going to drop a forearm on Jey Uso. Jey gets out of the way, so Daniel Bryan hits AJ Styles. AJ Styles is a bit miffed about this, pushes him off. And in the end, Daniel Bryan eats double stereo super kicks from the Usos.
Yeah.
Jimmy gets the pin.
Yeah.
Huge win for the Usos.
Yeah, it was big time. Be kind of cool, I guess, to see them go into a thing with Thebar now.
Yeah.
Since Thebar is the new tag champions. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Paige backstage. She was joined by Vicky Guerrero. And then Teddy Long shows up. Then a guy who was never actually even SmackDown of, General Manager of SmackDown.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't think
he was Raw.
He wore a lot of red. This is the first time I think I remember seeing him in blue and white.
Right. Well, I mean, they were kind of fuzzy on SmackDown's history and stuff. And they had Evolution reunite on a show they were never on.
No, I know. I was actually surprised a lot of the stills that they showed. I was like, really? That happened on SmackDown? They used to like SmackDown was like super canon back in the 90s when it started.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't figure that the Stone Cold Booker T thing happened on SmackDown. I just figured that was a Raw thing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that they showed. I was like, really? That was on SmackDown? That's kind of interesting. Because they did all sorts of like between commercial breaks. If the commercial break wasn't happening during a match, they would show like a bunch of like sort of, I don't know if they were never before seen necessarily, but they were sort of, still pictures from over the years on SmackDown. It was really nicely done. But yeah, Johnny Ace came into the shot, and then Vicky Guerrero said, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Then we got the Evolution reunion.
Oh man, this was fun.
This was fun. This is like the most fun I've ever had with Evolution.
Triple H seemed like he was having fun.
I was never a huge fan of Evolution. I thought it was cool. At the time, they all came off. I'm sorry. They made them out to be so lecherous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to, enjoy the excesses of,
of success,
of riches and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when they had girls like pinching Randy Orton's nipples on camera,
weird.
I don't really want to see foreplay with those guys. Happen.
It always kind of felt like
camera.
the Triple H was just cosplaying as Ric Flair in the 80s. That's what it really felt like.
It definitely, yeah. No, you're exactly right. It felt like Triple H was trying to force his own Four Horsemen.
Yeah. It was like the ultimate fantasy camp for Triple H. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be the new Four Horsemen.
Yeah, we're going to ride around in limos and have people pinch our nipples.
Yeah, drink a lot and wear expensive clothes.
Exactly. But that's the thing about Triple H is that guy's on the straight and narrow. Like, that's what everybody says
I know.
about him.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really an excess type
No.
unless you're talking about the gym.
Yeah.
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 But anyways, they come out. They all look great. It's kind of funny seeing,
seeing Randy Orton, like, all dressed up.
Yeah, because you see three guys out there who you don't see a whole lot of. I mean, I know Triple H is around a lot these days. But in terms of, like, on-screen, in-character guys, Batista you never see, Flair you rarely see, and Triple H you see every once in a while. Orton's there every week.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have him come out, and it's like, well, I just saw him last week, and he was like, being like bullying people around.
You didn't see him all dressed up.
I know, he looked really great.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was just kind of funny. So they come out.
Triple H starts talking. Puts over Evolution.
He had a very good point. I mentioned this earlier. I was like, oh, what a great line for anybody trying to get into business for themselves or whatever. If you don't evolve over time, you're doomed to not succeed. I wonder if that was a shot at Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ain't dead. You need to evolve. We got to get out of Saudi. The Saudi Arabia deal is bad for us. Bad for business. It's good for business. Look at our stock price. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, he had a really nice little thing at the beginning. And then
Randy Orton talked.
Yeah, he put himself over.
That was great.
Yeah.
I was laughing the entire time.
Yeah.
He's just putting himself over. It was fantastic. We're saying that his time in Evolution was just the springboard for him for a greater success. It was fantastic. They managed to have him be part in the celebration, this reunion, which was going to get a face reaction, and then he cuts this heel promo basically against the faction he's celebrating. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But he did it with kind of like a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
Next, Ric Flair spoke for a little bit. He says, celebrating 1,000, I'm used to like 10,000.
Yeah. I think he's talking about women, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then Dave Batista grabbed the mic.
Man, they let him go for as long as he wanted.
He says, anybody who knows me knows I don't really want to have the mic in my hand. I don't really want to talk. He wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
And he says, but I thought about...
He had a 4-point PowerPoint.
There's 4 reasons.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, there's 4 reasons I wanted to be here. One, what was the first one?
The third one was all of you.
Second one was DC, and he spoke about growing up there, and how he grew up really poor.
Yeah, and he bounced at at clubs for 13 years.
Yeah, and managed to, become a huge Hollywood star.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
I don't know. I feel like it was very general though.
It was.
It was just wrestling, yay. Kind of thing,
And then third was the fans.
He said,
he brought up Bootista and Blue Tista.
He said, you can call me Bootista, Blue Tista, call me whatever you want. Sometimes you love me, sometimes you hated me. But I always loved every single one of you. I always loved entertaining you guys. He said, I never cared if I won. I never cared if I lost. I just wanted to entertain you people. You're welcome.
And then lastly, he said, I came because of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
Evolution.
And then
he put over Randy Orton. He put over Ric Flair. Told him to keep his front area covered.
Yeah, he said, keep that thing in your pants.
And then he said to Triple H, what could I say about Triple H? There's nothing. This man is the business.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing this man hasn't done in this business except beat me.
Yeah. And then Triple H went.
And Batista had a great look on his face. He was trying not to smile. It looked like.
Yeah. And then they sort of had a little stare down Ric Flair got in between the two of them. He was like,
Orton in the background laughing.
he was cracking up. He talked about not caring.
No
He's like,
way.
whatever, they're going to be gone next week. I'm going to be here next week.
I think if anybody who Randy Orton had the best time in that whole thing.
I think you're right.
He dropped a great promo.
Yeah, because everything that everybody else was saying, he was cracking up over.
Yeah.
And there was one thing. Okay, so it was when Batista was talking about Ric Flair. Right before he said, keep that thing in your pants, he said something along the lines of, what about Ric Flair could I say that you guys don't already know?
Oh, yeah.
And then he sort of shrugged as if he was talking about, well, there's plenty of stories that we know. And then Ric Flair started doing the woo thing. He getting excited. And he said, keep that thing in your pants, Rick. And then Triple H walked over to Randy Orton because they were both laughing.
Yeah.
Triple H said something to Randy, and Randy said, oh, shit. Like, I saw his words, like Triple H was telling him what he meant or something.
Oh, okay.
It was a very cute moment amongst some guys
funny.
who probably have some great stories that we'll never hear about. So, yeah. And so Flair was like trying to keep everybody chill.
Yeah.
And then they hugged it out. But there was still like a little bit of tension between the two of them. And then they hugged again. And it was all great. So
Yeah,
what
it
do
was
you
great.
think, man? Do you think Batista coming back for SmackDown, do you think that's increasing his odds of coming back? He wants to. He said as much. Think WWE, after Triple H is done with this Undertaker business?
I hope so. Set the Batista Triple H up for Mania.
I would hope so.
I'd be on board with that.
Yeah, I'd be totally on board with that. It's funny. I'm a much bigger fan of Batista now that he's been gone from the WWE.
Agreed, yeah.
And I think you feel the same way. I've gotten a better sense of the man himself. Mm-hmm. And creatively what he's all about. It's very kind of appealing and interesting. And
yeah.
I really dig this
Even
guy.
just, when he returned initially, I was, granted, not that, when he was popular is kind of when I stopped watching a lot.
Yeah, sure. I was never a huge Batista guy.
Yeah, but when he came back, it seemed pretty obvious that he knew how they were approaching his return wasn't the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And when he transitioned to heel Batista during his second run, you can tell he was trying to make the best of the situation, but at the same time he really didn't care.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun watching him.
Yeah, yeah. Just for me, it was even since then.
But yeah, definitely. Just
in the
hearing him
years
talk
since then,
in
like
the
I
press,
never,
yeah.
I did like. I mean, I've liked flashes of him, like you said, when he's been a bit more interesting as a heel. Like when he would wear the sort of Euro clothes, the Euro club guy clothes. Mm-hmm. When he's been able to showcase his personality, but I wasn't really watching during most of that stuff, so I just have like little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
And then when they brought him back last time, I was one of the people who was like, no, I want Daniel Bryan. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just want, and it just the way they approached his character. The way they approached his return seems so tone deaf.
Yeah.
It seems so tone deaf.
Oh, yeah.
And even he, after the fact, knew that.
Yeah.
Even he was back there saying, this is not the way you should be doing this.
Yep, he wouldn't come back as a heel.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully this is setting up something more for Dave.
Yeah, I'll be into it.
In the near future, and I'll definitely be into it. Next, a World Cup determined the best in the world qualifying match between Rusev and Miz. Kurt Angle joined the commentary team.
El Conquistador.
Although very briefly, for this was a very short match. Because Aiden English came out. Well, this may have lasted 90 seconds.
Dude, so I fast forward through the commercial, and then when I have it on like 64 speed on my view, and then by the time I hit play after I noticed it was on, and I had my eyes on it, Aiden English was out, and Rusev got pinned.
Yeah.
It was very fast.
Really quick.
You have on your Kurt Angle commentary. I didn't even know who it was. I was like, oh, who's that on commentary? And then it was over, and then that was it.
Yeah, Aiden English comes out, distracts Rusev. Miz takes advantage, rolls up Rusev for the win. Lana confronts Aiden English, kicks him in the front area.
Ooh, square in the bullocks.
And then Rusev takes advantage and starts to crush Aiden English all around ringside.
Yes. Yeah.
Throws him the ring steps a few times.
It was good stuff.
Next, a brief segment backstage between Edge and Kurt Hawkins, one of the previous Edge heads.
Yeah.
That was neat.
Yeah.
A fun little reunion.
Yeah,
Even
that
though I
was
thought
cool.
Kurt Hawkins was on Raw.
If they want to make it complete, they should have brought Zack Ryder too.
Exactly.
Sounds weird.
Next, cutting edge segment.
This was good.
This was fantastic.
This was so good.
With Becky Lynch and Edge.
This
was fantastic.
Edge, you have here in the notes, you put this perfectly. He said he uses himself as a cautionary tale. He said, Becky, I see a lot of Edge in you because, your career path. And she says, well, thank you. I modeled my career after you, so that means a lot. And he says, I just want to let you know, though, here's the thing. You choosing your career, that title, over Charlotte,
over relationships in general,
is not the way to go. You're going to end up with nothing in your life but memories of your career. You're going to be staring at your championships and reflecting on those memories, and you will be absolutely alone at the end of the day.
Says you won't like what you become.
Yeah. And she says, yeah, you're right, Edge. I don't like what I become. I love what I become.
And he said, you dare to speak so condescendingly to me?
Yeah.
Get out of my ring.
Get out of my ring.
And tells them, be careful not to hurt your neck. Again, going through those ropes.
And the crowd popped so big for that.
Oh, my gosh.
The crowd Dude, what are they going to do about this? What are they going to... Because when the mere mention of Charlotte's name out of Edge's mouth...
elicits boos.
It got so many boos. And then Charlotte came down after Becky just owns the crap out of Edge.
With two sentences.
With 2 sentences.
Like 2 or 3 sentences. That's all it took. Edge was talking to Becky for a good 6 minutes straight. And Becky just sat there and listened and seemed to consider it.
Yeah.
She blew it off completely in the span of 3 sentences.
Yeah.
Just destroyed him.
It's kind of it's. Have you noticed that? Because we know that Becky Lynch is dealing with like a busted jaw.
That's what we've heard. Yeah.
You can kind of see it the way in her mouth a little bit, and it give like that little tweak of her jaw kind of makes her even a bit cooler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we haven't heard any confirmation about an injury.
Well, no, she said. Well, she gave like a backstage promo where she said she's been dealing with a busted jaw. So she's confirmed me in character, anyways.
Gotcha.
So Charlotte comes down to a chorus of boos.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be the guy. She's supposed to be the voice of reason here. She's supposed to be the one. Becky, you need to be listening to Edge. Blah blah blah. She comes in. She takes Becky down.
They brawl.
The refs come out. They try to break them up. And then they're broken up. Charlotte ends up getting out of the ring. I think they take her out of the ring.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch stands tall with the title, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it was great because Charlotte, she comes out on the ramp with the mic, starts talking the whole way, and all that Becky does is stand in the middle of the ring and hold up that title.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything else. Doesn't respond to anything she says.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, Becky's awesome.
Becky is the best.
She is awesome. Next, brief little backstage segment between Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, we see Rey for the first time in 4 years.
Yeah, saying hi to each other.
In WWE.
Yeah.
That was nice. A nice little bit. Then we had a New Day versus Thebar. One of our friendos on Twitter, I don't know who it is because I don't have it immediately right here, noticed after the fact, I guess, that Big E kisses the title at the beginning of this match a few too many times. And he said, I should have known at that point that they were going to be losing those titles.
Yeah. Interesting.
So this was a hell of a match.
Heck yeah.
Is Big Show so bad? Ugh.
Oh, that's terrible.
Is Big Show? Is he with Thebar now?
I don't know. There was an interview.
I kind of hope so.
I hope so too. There's an interview apparently on WWE.com afterwards. I didn't get a chance to watch it where he explained his motivation.
Ah, okay.
But I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. It wouldn't surprise me if they show up with Thebar. I think that'd be great, especially if there's going to be a prolonged feud with the New Day.
Yeah.
Because I think especially a Big Show, Big E feud.
Oh, yeah, for
awesome.
sure. And we know from what Big Show has said in the past, he's not interested in doing little cameos here and there. He wants to spend these last couple of years of his wrestling career wrestling and doing that because he really loves it. Now, you have to appreciate dudes like that and Batista who really, they don't have to do dick.
No.
They don't have to do anything.
They just love it.
They like it. They really love it. They really enjoy doing it. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, match was a lot of fun.
Jerry Lawler and Booker T were on commentary.
I really kind of wish they just would have done Booker T.
Yeah.
Because the few times we got to hear Corey Graves kind of shout out over to Booker T.
Oh, that was great.
It was great. It was awesome. Corey Graves had a really cool denim jacket on.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's one thing I don't think I'll ever be able to pull off as a denim jacket.
Half the suits he wears are incredible.
Oh, they're amazing.
I would never be able to wear them.
Oh, I don't know. I think a lot of his suits are universal, but a denim jacket, no.
Yeah. No,
You
I agree
know?
with that.
You
But some
know?
of it, I don't know, it's just like some of the combinations of
Some of them are very
suit, tie,
elaborate.
shirt.
Elaborate, yeah.
It's like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
From a fashion sense, that looks spectacular.
He's such a model-esque guy,
Yeah,
though.
well, that's part of it, too.
Yeah. No, model-esque guys like that, they can totally pull off pretty much anything.
Whereas
yeah,
ugly dudes like this,
guy who might be living in the woods,
not so much.
Right,
If I'm not wearing
exactly.
flannel, it looks like I'm not wearing the right clothes. Yes.
So yeah, we had Lawler and Booker T on commentary.
Pretty early on, before the commercial break, in fact, Big E hits a big ending on Sheamus. Cesaro breaks it up, and he kind of tries to deadlift Big E into a neutralizer, hits that.
Yeah.
This is actually right before the commercial break. And Xavier Woods breaks it up, so it seems like we had pretty much two finishers, two near falls in the first 5 minutes of the match, pretty much. Cesaro hits the top rope European uppercut. Sheamus puts his feet on the rope as he tries to pin, I believe it was Big E. And then Kofi runs over, knocks Sheamus's feet off the ropes. Shortly thereafter, Big Show ambles down to the ring, helps up Kofi after he was laid out, and then he choke slams him through the announce table. Big E watches this, is enraged, turns around, eats a bro kick from Sheamus. Sheamus pins him. We have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Very exciting. Very cool. Cool to see a title change on a big episode of
Yeah.
SmackDown. It'll be really interesting to see what a special episode of SmackDown does. So I know Raw's ratings were they didn't like sink into the ground anymore. They were a little bit up.
Yeah, which is kind of impressive considering they were going up against Monday Night Football and I want to say the ALCS.
Yeah.
A baseball game.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. They managed to at least hold their ground.
So I mean, this is a big episode. We still have Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke to talk about. We got Undertaker showed up after the tag match,
I don't know
though.
if we have much to say about the Undertaker showing up.
We had
John Cena's Matt Chat question.
John Cena's Matt Chat question. Hello, Steve. Hello, Larson. Friendos in the Friendo universe. This is John Cena back with another Matt Chat question.
My early days on SmackDown, I was known as Prototype. Matching boots, matching trunks. Challenge Kurt Angle.
I feel bad that I slapped Kurt Angle in the face. My question to you is, should I have slapped him in the face? Larson, you get yes. Steve, you get no. Please debate.
Thank you, John Cena.
That's exactly 45 seconds long.
Yeah, I know. But that was pretty much it.
He's
He was obviously backstage at Super Showdown.
right, exactly, yeah.
At one point, he made himself chuckle, like shoot, legitimately laugh.
Yeah.
And that was a rare, kind of disarming moment from John Cena because he always seems so well put together.
What did he say?
I don't remember.
He seems so loose these days.
I know.
And he's like, I don't know. Maybe he's like, I don't know. He's such a fascinating character to me. He's a fascinating person to
he
me.
seems so regimented. He seems always so in control of every little aspect of what he does. To see him kind of break character momentarily to laugh at something he said.
Yeah.
Just seems so out of character.
I wonder if like growing the hair out and changing his body up, he's adding the new move of doom. He's out there shooting movies.
Letting his hair grow out.
He's doing different things. I wonder if he's just realizing that, hey, you know what? Maybe a little bit of variety can be the spice of life.
Could be.
In the life of John Cena.
Could be. But he did say...
What's his middle name? Felix?
Yes. Because on Twitter and stuff, he's been... he always says these general kind of statements. Like some things don't always last, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But then last night, to finish up his Matt Chat question, he said something like, plan on being around for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, I mean, he's...
transitioning full-time into a part-time role.
He's fit enough for it.
Oh, yeah.
I just wish that then when they bring in John Cena, they like do something with him.
I know.
Because it's just, these days it just feels like, oh, it's John Cena. He gets to be at World Cup to determine best in the world because he's John Cena. So he's going to come in, goof around, lose a match to probably, I don't know if he's going to be in the same bracket as Ray, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways, speaking of Ray, we got him versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Mysterio, how is he like almost 40 years old?
I know.
And he's moving around the way he does.
That,
I wonder if he got that. I wonder if he got the limited schedule that we heard that he wanted.
Oh, I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so too.
That slide splash he did on the Nakamura on the outside, that was pretty great.
I
I've never seen that before.
He's still doing new cool things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is now that I'm actually kind of hyped about Rey Mysterio, where I haven't really been in the past. Like again, back during the Daniel Bryan stuff, when Ray was kind of coming back, I wasn't really into it. Now I'm all about it. I don't know why. I just think it's great. It's awesome. It's just bizarre the dude can still move, the way he does.
Yeah.
This is a fun match though.
Yeah. In the end, Ray picks up the win, hit the 619 and like a springboard frog splash.
Mm-hmm.
Got the W over Nakamura. He advances to World Cup tournament, the best in the world.
Again, this is the kind of match that you have to appreciate this more than you sort of maybe would have in the past. We're not going to get a match like this on a pay-per-view where there's a clean finish, two big names.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that. So you have to understand, like, there's going to be some commercial breaks, which sucks. But you're not going to have a match like this on a pay-per-view anymore. For whatever reason, man, how many times over the past 6 months have we sat there and watched the WWE pay-per-view and we've said, well, 2 of these matches were really good. 3 of these matches were really good. These days, the matches seem to be on the weekly show, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
No, I don't think so either.
Every single week we get, and then even New Day Thiebar, every week we get what traditionally could be considered pay-per-view quality matches, and the pay-per-views are there. I mean, even look at, okay, so Roman won his title at a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
AJ's been champion for a while, so who knows? He probably won a pay-per-view. Seth won.
I think he won on SmackDown.
Did he win on SmackDown?
I think he beat Jinder on SmackDown.
Preceding
Survivor Series.
Preceding Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Seth won the IC title on Raw, I think. Did he win that back on Raw? I think he... Who had it before? I know...
Dolph.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know there was at least one title change with him and Seth that happened on Raw. Because I remember doing a thumbnail. It was like, oh, shocking Raw, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, I'm not going to say a lot.
Oh, Dolph and Drew won the tag titles on
They
Raw.
won their tag titles on Raw. I know Becky won hers at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell.
But, I mean, I guess my point is there seems to be just as many pay-per-view level matches and title implications on the weekly shows. And granted, I know, we complain about Raw's creative not being up to par. Months ago was SmackDown's creative not being on par. But SmackDown's been killing it lately. There's a lot of good stuff to appreciate with the weekly shows, and I think solid, really, really good matches are one of them.
Yeah. Finally, let's talk about The Undertaker. I told you before we started that the Mysterio Nakamura match ended. I thought that was the end of the show. I looked at my clock. It said 9:54, and I thought, how are they going to... There's 6 more minutes.
Gong!
Gong! And then I heard that, and I was like, is The Undertaker going to make it to the ring in time for the end of the show? He did just barely, but good thing he had like 6 words to say.
Yeah. I wish I knew what they were.
They were...
but one of them are...
at WWE Crown Jewel, DX will know that there's only 3 words.
He said 3 words. He said the three words thing, yeah.
Got to say to him,
like a dog.
Peace.
Yeah, he did it. Oh, my hip is killing me right now.
And then he left. That was it.
Yeah. That was SmackDown 1000. No, it was cool. It was cool. I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was all right.
We got to see the McMahon. Yeah, we got to see the McMahon's dance. I don't know how you could say that's just all right, man. The McMahon's danced on Truth TV.
Yeah, it was all right.
That's all right to you?
Yeah, it was all right.
Come on, man, kick it up a notch. Can we put it in the fun realm? I feel like all right is less than fun.
All right is perfectly fine.
But it's not fun.
Why are you trying to dictate my enjoyment level of a segment?
I'm not. I'm just kind of curious as to why you didn't think it was fun. You just thought it was all right.
Because I don't really care about Vince McMahon dancing.
Really?
No.
Oh man, that was
I've seen
great.
it before. I don't really care about it.
Yeah. The more I think about it, I think it actually should be great. Can you upgrade it to great, please?
No, I won't. It's all right.
Please do that now.
No, you can't
Let's
dictate.
see if this dry erase works on you. Let's find out. No, don't do that. I was going to see it. Look, I can dry erase it. Look, that actually worked better than your saliva. It's weird.
So you think? Let's answer some questions.
Okay. Oh, yesterday, by the way, we had a Streamlabs donation that I noticed that I didn't say anything. It was from Gorilla Strong, which is a great name.
It is.
And he said, "Love the content. What sneakers are you guys wearing today? Too sweet and hearty handshake."
I got my Parley Ultra Boosts on.
I've got my just regular Adidas Boosts on.
Are those the ones that were sent to us?
Yeah.
The I-5923 boosts?
I love these. These are nice. Iniki, it says on the thing.
Yeah, that's what they were previously named. And they changed to I-5923. Alex Foster, the Patreon, no super chats today. Which wrestler should
Thanks, Comcast.
Which wrestler should swap finishers for the night? I want to see everybody in the Shield change their finishers. Dean does a spear.
So, yeah.
Dean does a spear.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Roman does... well, no, that won't work. Seth does Dirty Deeds. Roman does That Cool Knee.
Okay.
That's what I want to see. Colt Cabana finds it expensive and kind of effed up. He asks, "Why are you so early, Steve? Are you okay? This is so unlike you. Did you post this super early in the morning or something?"
No,
last night.
I posted it. I meant to schedule it because I was doing all of the threads at once, but instead I just published it. So he posted a question very, very specific to a very, very specific time frame. And it was upvoted 3 times.
That's funny. Ryan Rugani is his first question. On SmackDown, do you think SmackDown is being booked like NXT because Fox wants the demographic for our age group for that Friday night spot, more actual wrestling?
No, I think that SmackDown just has... I would suggest this. SmackDown probably just has a better creative team at this point. And on top of that, I feel like they have less pressure. Vince is probably less heavy-handed with SmackDown simply because he views Raw as the
A show.
Would you think that's probably the right?
That's probably a lot.
I would
has a lot
think
to do
that's
with
probably
it,
the case.
Horton here's a new writer. It says controversial topic. Do you think the main roster gets a bad rap? You have people like Finn Balor, Ember Moon, and Shinsuke Nakamura that never really had a character in NXT. He says if you can explain their characters besides they were baby faces that wrestled a long time in the Indies, then please explain. But people complained when they came up and creative had nothing for them, but they never really had characters in the first place. So Finn in NXT, I always got the impression, apart from him every once in a while channeling the demon, was kind of generic babyface.
Sure, yeah.
Nakamura, there's a bit more going on there.
King of Strong style.
Yes, but there's a bit more in terms of the character and just his otherworldly charisma.
Yeah.
Will take him places. I thought Ember Moon was a weird amalgam of about 3 different characters.
Ember Moon they never figured out.
And that was the thing. I don't think she lacked character. They never decided what her character was.
Yeah.
Because they could have went with this kind of, I don't want to say supernatural, but based on her entrance, her ring gear, her music, there could have been a serious level of mystique about the Ember Moon character. They didn't follow through on that in any of the backstage stuff.
Yeah. It was a less impressive version of... And it's funny because, your point about the demon I always found correct, even though I thought that his presentation did a really good job at making the demon more than just Finn Balor in makeup. But he never changed his moveset, which I thought was... I agreed with you on that. I thought they really needed to change his moveset a little bit for the demon.
Yeah.
With Ember Moon, there seemed to be even more of a... Her presentation could have been along the same lines as Finn's demon.
Yeah.
To separate her from the wolf character or whatever she was portraying.
Well, I always thought it would be kind of interesting if backstage, she was like a grounded character, and then when it was time for a match, something within her changed.
Yeah.
She channeled, another character, another being, whatever. Went
Werewolf.
out there. Well, I mean, they what do they call her on Raw now? The War Goddess, something like that, because she's wrestling the name Athena.
Athena,
yeah, in the Indies. Something like that. That could have been an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
But they never really followed through on it.
Yeah.
If that was even their plan at all.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it. I think of the 3 you listed, I think Ember Moon definitely had there was pieces there of characters. They never really came together because I don't think they really knew what they wanted to do.
Yeah. The thing that still gets me when I see him, and I'll preface it by saying this, in New Japan, it's not like Finn was ever world champion. He challenged for it, lost.
Yeah.
But that character of his, if they made just that version of the character like a TV PG sort of safe character, but still had that sort of intensity in the. When I think of Finn Balor in New Japan, the character, I'm the Prince Devitt. I think of what they probably wanted to go for with Dean Ambrose when they call him the Lunatic Fringe.
Yeah.
Crazy dude who's a little small, who just is so unpredictable.
Yeah.
And he curses and stuff, and obviously can't do that in WWE. But if they had taken that and brought that to the WWE,
oh yeah,
I mean that's
money.
I think right now they have a license to print money with him. I think that he probably sells a ton of merch. I think he sells a ton of merch, and that's great. And he comes out, and I think that I'll say this. I think the WWE treats him like a bigger star than New Japan did. I think it's true. Wasn't world champion there. They immediately gave him the Universal Championship. He came into NXT, and within months, he was NXT champion.
Yeah.
They treat him like a big star.
No, they do. I don't know.
There's a lot of big stars.
Yeah. I'm just trying. I don't know how common it is for somebody who is still in the junior heavyweight division to make such a direct play for the heavyweight title in New Japan.
That's true. That's true. And hey, I wasn't watching at the time, so I can't really say what his trajectory would have been because he left New Japan seemingly when he was pretty hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what he would have done after the fact. I don't know. But they treat him pretty damn good.
Yeah, they treat him pretty good. It remains to be seen how he fares in this upcoming Lashley feud, however.
Yeah,
that'll be telling.
He's probably going to lose.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the same thing. Go ahead.
Great question. Mo Klo, master of the low blow. Kayfabe reason why Undertaker and Triple H didn't interact the whole night when they wanted to beat each other up. Great question. I thought the same thing. Why did Undertaker come out during the Evolution segment?
Right. Well, here's the thing. Simon Miller put up a really good video this past week, I believe. And it was something like, why is Triple H 4 different characters in WWE programming? And I think he actually he listed 5. And we've talked about this kind of before. It's because Triple H he exists kind of in 4 separate universes within the WWE universe.
Yeah.
So Evolution Triple H isn't feuding with Undertaker right now. So there's no need for Undertaker to come out and fight with Evolution Triple H. It's a different Triple H. That wasn't DX Triple He saw. It was Evolution. He wasn't even wearing a DX shirt.
No, he was wearing like a new Evolution shirt.
Exactly.
Not new Evolution from We Book Raw.
Not to be confused with.
But
did he mention, I'm sorry, during his promo, did he mention Crown Jewel or The Undertaker? He didn't. Different universe Triple H.
It's weird.
So Undertaker, being a supernatural being who understands various levels of the universe, it's how he traversed from bowels of the arena to SmackDown within, one night of each other, because he's not getting on a bus or a limo or whatever.
All right. I'll accept that. Calvin Liggins wins ECW 1000.
Wins what?
ECW 1000. Oh. Question of the week so far. Nemo, do you think Evolution will be inducted into the Hall of Fame as a group?
Should they be? Will they be? It's probably yes, because it's Triple H.
Will they be? Probably yes. Should they be in terms of WWE canon, I guess?
No, man. Come on. What did they do? What did they actually do? What mark did they actually leave?
Well, I mean, Randy Orton had it right. Evolution was a springboard for his success. He is an all-timer.
You're right. However, let me ask this question.
Batista.
Let me ask this question now. Did they need Evolution to do what they did? It was a convenient springboard.
It was
it necessary?
It was some serious wish fulfillment for Triple H.
Was it necessary?
But I'm saying,
for Batista and Orton?
They had such they marketed this Evolution reunion as such a huge thing. I'm not saying they deserve to be in it based on their accomplishments, whatever. I'm saying from WWE's mindset,
sure,
they will, because WWE thinks they belong in there.
I'm going to throw this one out there. Evolution did more for Ric Flair than it did for Batista and Orton. They would have been huge anyways, because they're the most WWE guys there are.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, didn't he have like another Intercontinental Championship run or a tag team championship run?
He was a tag champ with Batista.
Yeah. Didn't he have an IC? I know he had an IC title run at some point.
I don't know I think that might have preceded
Evolution. Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, it elongated Ric's career.
Yeah. If he was IC champion during Evolution, then I would have had a good point, but maybe he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know if he was. I think that might have been before. Jose GGR, was this the best Batista has ever been? It's pretty good. Although when he retired the first time, that was hilarious. He was all bandaged up.
Wait, was this what? I'm sorry.
The best Batista has ever been.
Oh, I don't know.
That promo when he quit the first time, when he was all bandaged up and stuff, that was hilarious.
That was like, that should have been, that should have always been him.
Glorious Steve Klain, hey friendos, do you think SmackDown 1000 should have been 3 hours?
No, man, no. And in fact, dude, you got to Raw has to go back to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like every week when I watch SmackDown, come on, Raw has to come back to. And then Grim posted something about. Is there a rumor going around that WWE wants to reconstitute the rosters? Conglomerate the rosters once the Fox deal hits SmackDown?
I hope not. I was worried about that.
I hope not. Grim's all into it. He's like, oh, what a great idea.
Then you're going to see the same 20 people on both shows. Jesse Slade, do you think when Vince hangs them up, he will throw a curveball and pass power to Shane instead of the game? Vince is still very old school. I can see him wanting to still pass it on to the firstborn son. No. I'd be very surprised. There's always been kind of like, just based on what I've read, like Shane and Vince's relationships always seem a little weird.
Yeah.
So, no, I'd be surprised.
Man, I got lots of hugs from my dad when I was a kid.
Yeah, same here.
I love those hugs.
Yeah. Apparently Shane never got those.
Cherish everyone.
So, no, I don't think that's going to happen.
So sad.
Great question. That guy, Power Rank 5 reasons Cassius Ohno was not put with the Bar instead of the Big Show. Yeah, it should have been Cassius Ohno.
Oh, man, I know. And you know what? I look at that and I'm like, you know what? I can't think about that because it makes too much sense. It makes way too much sense.
Anti-Homilanian. Why does John Cena's upper lip look like he had a CGI mustache removal?
He looks like Henry Cavill from Justice League. That's hilarious.
Glorious Broken Soundwave. Hey, Stephen Larson, what if Braun Strowman went and enlisted the Wyatt family instead of Drew and Dolph? Do you think the feud would be better?
If who?
If Braun had enlisted the Wyatt family rather than Drew and Dolph. Do you think the feud would be better?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that I would be like super into it, but
it would have been motivated to a certain extent as opposed to him just showing up with two guys he had no prior relationship with.
Yeah.
And the Shield and the Wyatt family have history.
That's actually,
even if it precedes Braun's involvement, I think.
It's actually a very good idea.
Yeah. That would have made a lot more sense.
Like a weird sort of dual leadership partnership between Bray and Braun.
Yeah. Or just a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
Foxy the Foxy Fox. Hey there, friendos. I'm completely let down after watching SmackDown 1000 with all this.
I freaking imagine that? I don't see it anywhere now.
What?
The idea that they might bring the rosters together for the Fox deal.
Yeah, maybe you did.
Probably just imagine.
With all that Saudi Arabia money, it could have been so much more than what we got. Is this another indication that SmackDown will always be the B show in WWE's eyes? Thanks, guys.
Everything's going to change when they move to Fox.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what, but things are going to change.
Oh, yes.
If they think that it's the B show now, which I think they do, I mean, that could be terrible. Like if Vince, wants to have his hands on both. This
is an interesting question.
Lashley.
Jurgen Johnson and Johnson's. Do you think declining WWE TV ratings are a result of actual bad programming or in writing or podcasts like you guys who are literally more entertaining to listen to in an hour that just review the show than actually watch the show itself? Well, I think if the latter would be the case, it'd be because the show is not entertaining to begin with. People would rather watch, for example, us talk about the show for an hour than watch the 3 hours of Raw because the 3 hours of Raw isn't that good.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think when the creative is so I think honestly one of the main things right now is burnout.
Mm-hmm. There's too much to watch. Speaking of which, there's a first NXT UK that we can put on during lunch.
I know we're going to do that. Wrestling fans. Okay, let me ask you something. How many people went to, let's say 10,000 people went to SmackDown last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a bit too large. But what percentage of those people do you think watch wrestling outside of the WWE? WWE wrestling is a very niche thing. And granted, I know that non-WWE stuff isn't it's not nearly as big as WWE stuff.
Third.
Right. Okay, 30%. Let's say 30%. That's not a bad figure
Say
right
somewhere
there.
between 30 and maybe
right?
40 if being generous.
The rise, and I'm not saying this is exclusively why ratings are down, but the rise of a lot of between New Japan and things like All In, the rise of that stuff, plus the WWE flooding the network with product, I think has probably caused a bit of burnout.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know.
I would agree with that.
And so...
I know it's caused burnout for us.
Yeah. I just think that some people out there, they just need to take a break. I've heard that before. We've had people say that to us. I kind of need to take a break.
I mean, just it's a minimum. If you want to watch all of WWE's programming during the course of 1 week, right now it's 9 hours at a minimum. It's 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, 1 hour of NXT, 1 hour of 205 Live, 1 hour of the Mae Young Classic, and now 1 hour of NXT UK. 9 hours.
It's not even including the Mae Young Classic.
No, I did include it. Oh, if it's not, then it's 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I meant the Mixed Match Challenge.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So it's 9.5.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's not on a pay-per-view week, which is an extra 4.
Yeah.
That is a lot of wrestling to watch in 1 week.
It is. Now, I would say this. I think things would change. I'm not going to say drastically, but I honestly do think that the kind of buzz that the Elite could bring and it would be a short-term thing because it'd be the buzz of them being there.
And as soon as they are booked incorrectly, the buzz will dissipate.
Yeah, exactly. It'll go back to being what it was.
Pretty suddenly. I don't care what it is. Give it to me. I want to challenge
All right,
myself.
man. Fine, here we go.
What's the topic?
Here's the topic.
Time for trivia. What's the topic?
10 longest total TNA World Heavyweight Championship reigns.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll give it a try. You have...
These are all names that you know.
Yeah, I know. First 10 King of the Ring pay-per-view winners.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to go first? Go ahead.
No. Okay, one of them's Stone Cold.
Yeah.
William Regal?
No.
No. Triple H ever win that thing?
Yes.
Okay, Triple H. Yeah, keep track of my notes.
Misses, yes.
Booker T?
He's not the first 10.
He's not in the first 10?
No.
Wow. Golly, who won that damn first one? Boy, I'm blanking. I'm blanking big time. Shamrock?
Yes.
Wait, is that why Macho Man called himself the Macho King? Was it Macho Man?
No.
No? Okay, he just did that.
I won't count that as a guess.
What other reason did he have for that one?
He just thought he was...
because I'm the king. All right.
Yeah, man. Why does Macho Man need a reason to name himself King Macho King? Get out of here with that. It's Macho Man, that's why.
Can I ask this? What number was Stone Cold?
4. He's 4th on this.
90 was 92 or 93 the first one? Let's see here. Was Bulldog one of them?
No.
No. Brett.
Yes. He's the first one.
Oh, interesting.
You have 4 more guesses.
Let's see here. I want to get to 5 at least. Oh, man.
Think about one of Diesel's worst matches.
Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Let's see here. No. God damn it. Who? Okay. So there's one in between. Was Owen one of them?
Yeah, he's the second one.
Nice. Okay.
So you have the first 6.
The first 6. And the last one I landed on was... What was the last one I landed on?
Shamrock.
Shamrock. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so... Was Val Venus one?
Nope.
No.
You have one more.
One more. Jeff Jarrett.
No. Billy Gunn.
Okay.
Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Edge and Brock Lesnar. So Booker T was probably 11.
That's right. Brock Lesnar was the year that that Austin left because I think that was part of the tournament.
Yeah, it was. It was I think like a first-round match.
All right. All right. Well, I did better than I'd hoped. Man, all right.
Bob Roode.
He is number 2. Yes.
This is longest single
longest, 10 longest total reigns. The total number of reigns, I'm guessing.
Or total days.
The 10 longest total TNA World Heavyweight Championship reigns.
So I would think number of days, I would think.
I'll be honest with you. It is a who's who of the top names.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. So Jeff Jarrett.
Surprisingly, no.
Wow.
He is the one top name that isn't on
AJ Styles.
Correct, yes.
Samoa Joe.
Yes, correct.
Kurt Angle.
Yes. He's number 1.
Interesting. Gosh, am I drawing a blank now? You're there flexing your pecs. You trying to give me a hint there?
Any number of these guys can be that.
I know. Trying to think in the period. Oh, Ron Killings.
No.
Oh.
No.
Put up another digit there. James Storm?
No.
All right. I don't know if he won the world title.
I think he did, but I don't think it was a very long run.
Sting?
Yes. Yes.
Probably not Jeff Hardy. All right, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
All right. Who else was champion over there?
You might have somebody in your ear saying this other name.
Bully Ray.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
It's one in my ear.
Somebody in your ear might be saying this name over and over again.
Oh, Bob Lashley. So I have one more guess.
You have one more.
Oh, RVD.
Guess. Oh no, there's one more actually.
No, but I got one wrong.
Oh yeah. Magnus.
Oh, all right.
Nick Aldis. Anyways.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was good though. That was good. Anyways, that's it for
the
show today. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. Patrons, you'll get your post show and your ad-free episode today. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.